We're talking about the film, okay? Stop it. No, it's not that good. It's really, some of them are
Rainn's
rude.
team wanted me to pass along the message. He's totally fine to talk about The Office, but he doesn't want it to be a main focus of the interview and appreciate
not a main focus. We're talking
keeping
about
that topic to more of a minimum.
We're talking about the Baga David.
That's pretty true. They glean that, but I'm happy to talk about The Office.
Fast. Well, no. I want to talk about your new film, Code 3.
You know how you talked about the Midwestern person saying thank you and not really meaning it?
I'm so interested in hearing about your new movie. Tell us about your movie. Welcome back to the Adam Friedland Show, guys. Adam Friedland here. First, as always, I want to thank our members for supporting the show on YouTube and Patreon. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so right here on youtube.com by clicking the join button at the top of your page or the link in the description below. You'll get early access to episodes, discounted merch. Also, if you prefer to use Patreon, there's a link in the description of this video below. Speaking of merch, we have merch available, as I said last week. Go to theadamfriedland.show and check out the store there. That's theadamfriedland.show. And we have t-shirts, great stuff. My guest this week is actor Rainn Wilson. Wilson is, of course, best known for his portrayal of the buffoonish Dwight Schrute on the NBC hit sitcom The Office. During the series' 8-season run, America reveled in Schrute's humiliation at the hands of Jim Halpert, who was played by John Krasinski from also the Benghazi movie, if you guys have seen that one. During one such episode, famously, Schrute's stapler was put in a gelatin mold, and it was hilarious. Now, as everyone knows, one of my strengths as an interviewer is my natural charm and charisma. Practically every guest I've had on this show has left an interview in love with me, which is frankly kind of annoying. But my conversation with Wilson was perhaps the polar opposite. It was contentious, it was uncomfortable, and after he left the studio that day, it came to my attention that he had cyberbullied me on the popular social media app Instagram in a post that both doxed and ridiculed our office's bathroom. But it didn't end there. The following week, Wilson sent me numerous threatening text messages, which in this current political climate has left me on edge and afraid. But I didn't want to be a victim. I wanted to put myself in Mr. Wilson's shoes. Why was this beloved comedic actor being mean? Perhaps the answer was right in front of us this whole time. On NBC, during prime time, before Parks and Rec, I think it was 8 on Thursdays. Perhaps art bled its way into reality. Perhaps he'd been driven insane after 8 years of publicly broadcasted torture. Kind of like Heath Ledger Joker. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist, and in order to confirm my theory, I needed to consult with one. So I called up friend of the show, sexual misbehavior expert, James Foley, to see if my suspicions were proven correct.
James Foley.
Hi, James. Adam Friedland Show. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Miss you, brother. You doing well?
I miss you more. I'm doing fantastic.
No, you couldn't possibly. No, but yeah, thank you. Wait, quick question. Okay, this is kind of random, but like if someone was like played like a complete complete joke or like a clown or a buffoon, like for maybe let's say 8 seasons on a popular television show, where America just loved laughing at them, just getting their comeuppance and just like stepping on rakes and like, kind of like metaphorically speaking, having their pants pulled down and then exposing their minuscule genitalia to, I don't know, ignore that part. If someone plays a heel, right, in an incredibly popular context on television, let's say NBC during prime time before Parks and Rec, maybe. Okay, would that potentially like affect their real life? Right.
I would think so. I would definitely. When you say potential, I would definitely think it would have a drag on their emotions.
Yeah, kind of like a Benoit situation.
I don't know who Benoit is.
Chris Benoit from WWE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, thanks a lot. I won't keep you. I think that answers my question.
Okay, thank you, Chuck.
Okay, bye. So what can we do as an audience when we see a beloved individual teetering towards self-harm? We can all go and see Code 3, which is the new movie that he's in with Lil Rel. It's in theaters now. It's about an ambulance. It's hilarious. Guys, enjoy the show. This episode is sponsored by Roe. Roe Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need a secret weapon. It's the new wave. They hit the bloodstream faster because they dissolve right under the tongue. So no more waiting to perform. After Roe Sparks dissolve, they work in 15 minutes on average after it dissolves. They give you the boost to last longer and can give you bigger, longer erections. Guys, isn't that incredible? And Sparks stays active in your system for up to 36 hours so you can get back to back to back, round after round. Be ready the morning after. Best part, it's done 100% online, so there's no awkward conversations with in-person providers. If approved treatment ships directly to your door, and if prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/TAFS to find out if prescription Roe Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/TAFS for $15 off your first order. Our next guest is a legendary Hollywood actor whose new film Code 3 comes out this month on the 12th. Please welcome Rainn Wilson, everyone. Big noise! Ooh, I like that. With the drink. You're like a.
They used to do that on the old talk shows with the cocktails. They would come out like with cocktails.
Well, I think they were all hammered.
They were.
I think, yeah, what's his name? Ed Sullivan.
I only did Leno. Obviously, I was not old enough to do Carson, but they would have the drink cart like down the hall and wheel in the drink cart, like
really?
Like with the the shakers and the cognac and
How
everything.
is Jay?
He was nothing but nice and supportive to me. So
He gets too much crap.
I think he gets too much crap. He was a really good, like, first of all, when he first started as a comic, like especially in like the late 70s and the 80s,
At
like,
the store.
he was edgy, or he was considered edgy.
Everyone from that era says there was one guy, and by far, he was the best, and it was Mr. Jay Leno.
Yeah.
And for people my age, we're like, oh, the guy that's like Monica Lewinsky? Like,
Yeah,
like we're like, that guy?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, the Republicans are crazy, the Democrats are crazy. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, how, that guy was edgy? Yeah, but...
Yeah, apparently he wasn't, but he was always really nice to me, and I would go on and whore myself out to promote
he
fucked
prostituted.
me. Yeah,
he prostituted
I really would.
Mr. Jay Leno.
He was the guy in the 80s, so I let him
Oh, really?
have me.
Yeah, really. Out of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the same for Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
one
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yeah, and he'll go there.
He will go there.
Yeah.
He really does go there. Actually, apparently he's the greatest guy of all time.
Weird Al?
Yeah.
Al is the nicest, sweetest
You know
guy.
him. He's a friend of yours.
Well, I also did
That
his
story
movie.
about his parents dying and then him performing that night is the most... Did you know about that?
I didn't know this story. Please tell.
His parents both died and then...
Do you want him on this show? Because I can get him on the show.
Yes! Yes! Okay, here's another thing that gets too much crap. Funny songs.
Parody songs.
Funny songs are like, people are like, say it's the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
It's the funny.
Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song?
Well, listen, that one in this day and age, we can't. Come on, it's too dicey these days.
You can't sing a Hanukkah song because of Gaza?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Why?
No, out of respect for Hamas, I will not listen to it. No, but yeah.
Tell the dead parents joke.
It's not a joke.
Or story, sorry.
His parents, I think there was a gas leak, and they both died.
And he had a concert that night, and he went out and he was like, I'm fat. You know, he's like, I gotta do.
The show must go on.
Yeah, and he was like, you know, living in an Amish paradise, and I'm fat. And
I think I lost respect for him. He should have canceled the show. I'm sorry.
I think he probably
should have canceled the show.
We're talking shit on this guy about his lowest moment in his life.
Al is the greatest guy alive. I was in his movie, Weird, the Al Yankovic Story. Have you seen that movie?
No, wait,
It's very funny. They wrote a fake biopic of Al Yankovic, and it's got a great cast of a lot of comic actors.
He's in that other movie. What's this? It's 3 letters.
UHF.
That movie is so funny.
That's very funny. But this came out a couple years back. Weird, the Al Yankovic Story is very funny. It's like an alternate world, as if Al Yankovic was more popular and dated Madonna and was like the most popular pop star on the planet.
He should have been, if you ask me.
Right?
Yeah.
How is this interview going so far?
It's not an interview yet. We're just feeling. We're like 2 dogs at the dog park sniffing each other's asses right now.
How is this show?
Oh, the show itself?
Going so far. How is the Adam
Currently?
Friedland show, episode number 237 with Rainn Wilson? We're 6 minutes in. How's it going so far?
I feel like, again, like we're 2 dogs at the dog park smelling each other's bums.
Okay.
And your shit, it smells like roses.
All right.
It smells phenomenal.
Yours smells like freshly baked chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, thank you so much. Is that good or bad?
I love.
I mean, chocolate
love a
kills
cookie.
dogs. I mean, it's a bit.
Good point.
Okay, I was looking at your filmography, and you were in a film directed by Mr. Rob Zombie
Yeah.
called, what was the name?
House of a Thousand Corpses.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Did you wear costumes on the set?
I wore costumes. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was someone that was a costumer on set.
I imagine that there was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her name was Amanda
Could have been.
Friedland, perhaps.
It could have been.
Yeah. Perhaps my aunt.
Your aunt Amanda dressed me for that show.
And she said
she laid out my wardrobe in the trailer for me.
I don't know how you guys
steamed
put the
it.
clothes on.
Yeah. It's
But-
usually laid out in a trailer. You got your trailer. It says like
said-
Rainn Wilson, and you open it up, and there's your wardrobe is laid out, and then a convenient person comes by, and they're like, "Here's your pants," and we steam those, and if you can choose, you can either wear these tennis shoes or these for this scene, and there's a change of underwear in the closet. And, you know, let me know if you have any questions.
And then perhaps perhaps there's a vote on set of who in the production is most fuckable, and perhaps my aunt wins that vote.
Wow.
This is what I was told on the phone yesterday by Auntie Amanda, and I just want to know: did you vote for my aunt or not?
I would have voted for Rob Zombie's wife, Sherry Moon Zombie, because she is smoking.
Okay, or you didn't vote for my
But
aunt.
I don't remember Amanda Friedland.
I would have liked. Oh, okay. I remember. She said she saw you at Comic-Con. You were very nice. You remembered her, but you would have remembered that she was voted most fuckable on set. Is that something that happens a lot in Hollywood? You know, where the fellers get together and they vote for who's the most fuckable.
They do. Yes,
Yeah.
every production.
Yeah.
Who it is?
Yeah, who won?
On The Office?
On The Office.
Leslie.
Jan
David Baker.
Levinson. Yeah.
Well, Jan Levinson Gould. Yeah.
Gould.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. See, the annoying thing is this: every interview you get the question, "Are you tired of being Dwight?" or something, right? Or like,
Sure,
or being something because it is an iconic, ubiquitous, like American comedy, like legendary character, right?
Yeah.
And everyone
Thank
asks
you.
you about getting like approached on the street, but they don't ask you about like how what gave birth to Dwight.
So right down the street at NYU, you know, I was always really good I was a theater actor, and I was always really good at comedy theater, whether it was doing sketches or a farce or doing clowny kind of characters or Shakespeare clowns or something like that. But I did pretty wide-ranging theater training. But one of the things we did is we took a clowning class. And this is like, who's the guy who plays Borat again? What's that guy's name?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
So he went to the guy in Paris.
He went to
who's
go
the
see
guy, right?
Yeah, Lecoq, and that
That's funny. That's funny.
his. But this woman, Gates McFadden, was our clown teacher just for a couple of weeks or months, and she was actually played Dr. Crusher on Star Trek: The Next
No.
Generation. the beautiful redheaded
No,
woman,
she teaches clown.
is a clown teacher, a master clown teacher.
That was a childhood like. I
Crush?
didn't even have like know what sex was, but I was like, I need her. Crusher was
I
incredible.
think she's still available.
Is she? Mm-hmm. And she teaches clown?
She doesn't regularly teach it, but she is capable of teaching a mean clown class. She could be your clown tutor, your private clown tutor.
My clown teacher.
Yeah.
Crusher.
Yeah.
Did Worf, was he funny or no?
He was hysterical.
Yeah.
He was my voice and
Michael
speech
Dorn?
teacher. Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Michael Dorn was?
Yeah, and Patrick Stewart
Stu.
taught.
He taught non-disclosure agreement. Yeah. He taught.
But anyways, in this clown class, you did a lot about, creating a character kind of out of nothing, and that when you put on the red nose, it amplifies whatever you're doing. And the big mistake with like red nose clowning is like you do something clowny, and there was this exercise we did called Circle of Fire, which is basically you put on the red nose, you go in front of people, and you can only leave the stage once you've made everyone laugh.
Really?
And sometimes people would be up there for 45 minutes.
Yeah, because you had enemies in the class. People that like really didn't like you.
Good thinking, but because it's really hard to make people, maybe not for you, and maybe not even for me a little bit, but it's really hard to make people laugh with a red nose on your face.
What if you fart really loud? You just get out there.
It's not gonna be that funny.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Because
always funny.
what you think is gonna be funny doesn't work with a red nose, because so what's really funny is being totally vulnerable. And like,
Really?
if you were to cry about like a dead relative, that would be hysterical.
Really?
If I'm not even kidding.
I cried on this show a couple weeks ago. I don't think it was about people.
What
that
did you
laughed.
cry about?
No, we don't have to get into it.
All right.
I'm just
saying that the roots of creating a character like Dwight come from these ideas of clowns. Like you go back from, there have always been clowns in human history, and you can go back to the Greek comedies, and then the Roman comedies, and then Commedia dell'arte, that were traveling clown troupes in wooden wagons all across Europe, and then Molière and Shakespeare took those tropes and those ideas, put them in all their plays, and then those became like British vaudeville, that became American vaudeville, that became like, Jack Benny and early television, and the Honeymooners, and sketch comedy, and that became, Monty Python. You can trace clowning and some basics about building those characters back to the classics.
Yeah.
there were probably
golden calf.
Hebrew clowns, back in the Old Testament.
The slaves in Egypt, they were like, "What? I mean, I can't be out in the sun this long."
The slaves sound like Woody Allen.
But it's ridiculous that they. My friend Mike Racine used to have a joke. He's like, "Imagine having a slave and it's a fucking Jew." He's like, "Those would be the worst slaves ever." Well, okay, so
But do you want me to?
Is there a universal comedy language? Because it's very interesting. You were saying that you have to go up on stage and make someone laugh. I've been thinking this. I've thought this for years. Like, if you went to like a tribe in the Amazon, and that's been like sealed up.
What would be funny? Yeah.
What would be funny? And
Yeah.
it's a very interesting thing to ponder. But I think there's only one thing I would consider.
Farting.
Balls, like just getting hit, hurting your
Hitting the balls, yeah.
Hitting the balls is fun.
That is universal. I think there's some universals.
What?
I think someone like trying something and failing is
Falling?
universally funny.
Yeah.
I think if you went in the
No,
if
did
that happened in to the Amazon, they would be hysterical right now.
Crusher taught you that? Crusher taught you that?
Go to two.
Let's hear it. That's a real pro. We got a pro.
So those elements come into playing Dwight. Like, first of all, I saw Mackenzie Crook on the British Office, who was brilliant, and there was a thing that he did that no one had done as well as him before, which was to say the most absurd, ludicrous things with an absolutely straight face, without any kind of hint at all that there was a joke there. And he was so brilliant at that. And Ricky really, I think, taught him that, and Stephen Merchant.
Like a lack of self-awareness, basically. Yeah.
Yes, but without, you couldn't see the actor, because it was a documentary, you couldn't see the actor kind of doing a weird line like, I drink my own urine, and putting any kind of spin on it, just like I drink my own urine, just completely. And so I loved that. And then there were some other elements of like, I knew that Dwight I have a huge weird head, and I needed a haircut to showcase just how gargantuan and melonic my head is. And so I sculpted that, and the self-seriousness, and I knew he was kind of like, he was a nerd and kind of a bully at the same time. Like,
His
you can
Blue
never.
Lives Matter. Yeah, he respects the police.
Totally Blue
Or he
Lives
wants
Matter.
to be a cop, right? But like,
he was a Lackawanna County Sheriff's deputy. So you put these elements together, and you kind of create a clown almost in the way that you would have a red nose on. Is your audience going to give a fuck about this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Wait.
Everybody likes Dwight.
Well, my son is a huge Adam Friedland fan. What's happening?
Does he have emotional problems? Sorry.
A little bit.
I want to get
all
my
do.
my stupid thing.
Should we call him?
Yeah, call him right now. This is very unprofessional.
I think he's in
Call him.
class.
He is? Tell him to get out of class. Send him a selfie. Sorry. Okay. I'm just going to take one of these stupid things. I'm sorry.
The person you've dialed can't take your call now.
Oh my God, he blocked you.
They go by Kenzie.
They. Okay. And they're a big fan? Where do
They're
they go to
a big
school?
fan. Bard College. Here, you can leave an audio note.
Oh yeah, no, they're doing ketamine right now. Hello, Kenzie. I'm with your dad right now. This is Adam Friedland. Oh, you sent him the Richie Torres interview? That's so embarrassing. What
He
else
sent
did
it to
you say?
me.
You said,
Please don't read my texts.
okay. Well, should I pick up?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's Adam. I'm with your dad right now. We're chilling.
It's who?
It's Adam Friedland.
Oh, hi, Adam Friedland.
What's up? How's Bard going?
This is so surreal.
Yeah. How's Bard?
Yeah.
You go to class?
Bard? Oh, it's nice.
Are you wearing all black?
No, but I do sometimes.
You got to stay away from those NYC kids. They're no good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I heard that you like the show. I just want to say hello real quick.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I like the show.
What did you say?
I have a friend who's more of a fan of you than me, who likes you more than me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, dude. I'm okay. So we'll tell your friend I say what up. All right, we got to get back to this interview. We're doing a bad job so far.
Oh, am I on tape right now? Are you serious?
No. You're not on the show at all.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Wait, okay, so they released the auditions for the office, and the amazing thing is this, and I don't like, not to freaking blow smoke up your hole or whatever they say, but like it's Seth Rogen, Judah Friedlander, Patton Oswalt, and you, and you're just Dwight. The character is fully fleshed out just in an audition, like a self-tape.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's amazing to see that, like, you know, these guys are like heralded comedic actors, right?
Yeah.
And you just destroy, I mean, you're just Dwight. So in that sense, when I watched that, I was like, oh, he's crafted this. It's not a matter of like, that the writers kind of have done it. This is a guy that's auditioning for a role. And that, to me, made it like all the more impressive, you know?
Well, I love all those actors. They're all great. I think you come at a character from a different way when you've had theater training versus when you come from a stand-up or improv or sketch background. And nothing against them, like Steve Carell comes from a sketch and improv background, and he's one of the, I think, and truly one of the greatest American actors of all time. His dramatic work and his comedic work.
Yeah.
So that's nothing against them. I just think when you have theater training, you're trying to create a character, a three-dimensional character that can be funny but taken seriously and could walk down the street and you would believe it. There's not anything kind of like, you want to, theoretically make that character like fully living and breathing.
Right.
And so I try and do that kind of work when I'm, going in, especially on an audition. But this was one of those rare auditions where I'd seen the BBC Office, loved it.
It's the best. How good is it?
It's so good, and I took so many things from Dear Mackenzie and just kind of put my own kind of American kind of white trashy spin on it, and
Pennsylvania Dutch, kind of. A
yeah,
little bit, yeah.
Well, that whole thing came out of an improv. So
Did you bring that in? That like you had, you're a farmer and your cousin was like, oh, so
yeah.
So that's another question I had. Like, how much was that the writers, and how much was it you creating this backstory?
This is how Greg Daniels does that no one else does, and he's amazing in this way. Early on, I did an improv. We would just kind of improvise all the time to just kind of find the character and find the tone. And I did this improv. I don't even remember when it was. I think it was in the first week. And I was like, and I just improvised, and I went, I really had not planned it at all. I was like, my name is Dwight Schrute. My father's name, Dwight Schrute. His father's name, Dwight Schrute.
Yeah.
Amish. And out of that, they're like, oh, we'll make him and his family Amish. And then I did something about, I brought in like family photos of like my farmer ancestors in Wisconsin and Minnesota, and Greg's ancestors, Jewish, were actual beet farmers in Poland.
Uh-huh.
And so like, we'll have this farm Amish backstory to Dwight. That's perfect.
It's in Pennsylvania anyway.
Yeah. So it came out of that. It came out of all that. So, that's amazing writing, that you can kind of like, just kind of go with what you pick up.
Well, it is just a legendary. I mean, it's like Costanza level, just like comedic character. I mean, it's like, and it's just like, it's so impressive.
Oh, no. It's better than Costanza.
I mean, I don't know. Costanza's pretty good.
Costanza's
pretty
good.
good.
Yes.
I mean, it's anti-Semitic for you to say, even though it's not a Jewish character. Wait. You were quoted as saying that one of the best parts about the show was that there were no Jewish characters. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. I guess there were, actually. I just made that up. Oh, Jan Levinson. That's
Jan
a
Levinson.
Jew.
Yeah.
Actually,
and
that's
Laura
probably,
Hardin, non-Jew.
That's probably the
playing
most
a Jew. How could she possibly understand what it is to be Jew? I can't believe she hasn't been canceled.
That has to be the most accurate character, actually. Like, she's just playing a proper Jewish psycho. Like, she's like, my friends' moms were like that. They were all like Joseph Stalin. Like,
I think
the dinner party is my favorite.
Of course it is.
It's
of course
the best.
That's your favorite episode, and it is.
Is that it's like just
it's next level.
Going to a couple whose relationship is falling apart.
Yeah.
For dinner. And you bringing an old lady,
my old babysitter.
Your babysitter.
Yeah,
there's also an implication that you're like an incredible fuck, like throughout the entire show. That you're just like
which is another like no one else would do that. Would create a character like Dwight, and like let's not have him like fuck up in love. Let's have him bed like 20 or 30 women over the course.
Just like he's an incredible lover.
He's a player.
Yeah.
On Peacock they have the extended episodes, and I've seen a couple of them, and it's really fun to watch those. I don't know. I'm sure that one is up, but I'd love to see the extended episode of that one.
Oh my God!
Because every episode, this was back in the days of network TV. We had to get every episode down to 21 minutes and like 40 seconds. So. Lots of stuff got cut out. So much stuff got cut out.
It's also amazing they used to do like 25 of them, like a season. Yeah. Like that's so much work.
We would do between 21 and 25 episodes in a 9-month span.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a testament to like that operation had to be like a well-oiled machine. And Daniels had to be like fucking like an admiral or something.
And he is like a general, and not only that, but he's making decisions about what about this location, and what about this hire, and what about this payroll, and he's meeting with the network, and like Staples wants to sponsor these next episodes, and how do we work that? And so you're dealing with everything. But the writer's room was like 15 strong and just amazing talent.
Yeah. Like 87-year-old Jewish men that were like dying. No, I'm just obviously not.
38-year-old Jewish man.
I'm sure it's like Harvard kids.
I'm
sure it's like Lampoon. Like
it was a lot of Harvard kids.
Lampoon
I think
machine.
my grandmother was Jewish.
I'm sorry,
but we don't know. We don't know that for sure.
You say that in Hollywood?
Her name is Marie Nunberg, and she's from northern Romania. Oh. And the rumor is that she was Jewish, but.
She could have been.
She died young, and her family all died, and blah blah blah. We don't know. We don't know. But Marie Nunberg sounds pretty Jewish.
Where's the rest of your family from? Brazil, right?
No.
I thought they just showed up in like around the late 40s.
Oh yeah. They showed up in the 1948 in Brazil.
My name is Heinrich Gonzalez.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been Brazilians this whole
We are
time.
Brazilians.
We love like threesomes and cheating.
Did you ever see that movie Boys from Brazil? Of
course.
From the 70s?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
So
classic.
fun. Yeah, that was a Mengele, right? That it was about like Joseph Mengele. Like,
It was about they had cloned Hitler.
he cloned Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just an insanely stupid premise for a movie that
Yeah.
in the 1970s you can make.
Yeah.
You could like
You could
really make
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in the like
yeah.
Death Wish era of Hollywood,
Yeah.
where it's like, what
Well
if a
said.
guy's really pissed off and he just kills
He just starts-
1,000 minorities like just like, on the subway?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I kind of wanted to like let's parlay that you were talking about your grandmother, but like I know that you talk a lot about faith and in your like you have a podcast and like and you know like in your career since then you're very upfront about spirituality and you're Baha'i.
I'm
right?
Baha'i, yeah.
And that's an Abrahamic religion. I know nothing of Baha'i, but it's new, right? Relatively?
It is an Abrahamic religion. I would say it's the fourth major Abrahamic religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many boys you got globally?
6 million, so small.
Small.
Yeah, 6
Really?
million, yeah.
And you're like the number one?
I'm like number 2 or 3.
When we
Yeah.
found Dizzy Gillespie was Baha'i?
Yeah, Dizzy Gillespie was Baha'i.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
your Hollywood? What's the Baha'i like? What's the thing that you guys have on lock? What's your
There's like
what's
7
your-
Baha'is in Hollywood.
No, I mean saying like our thing is like we control
Yeah.
the media and the banks.
Yeah.
Like what do you guys control?
Baha'is control nonprofit international development service work.
That sounds evil.
Yeah.
That sounds real evil. Yeah. That
Yeah,
sounds-
my bro I'm staying with, my homie, my Baha'i homie's letting me stay in his apartment in Harlem. He's off working on the International Food Program for Rockefeller Foundation. You know,
Ooh.
feeding the kids. You know, feeding the kids.
And you guys have that
with
on
sorghum.
Locky. What's sorghum?
I don't even know. It's
Okay.
a thing.
What's the book? What's your like what language is it? Because it's not like it's not attached to like an ethnic identity, right? Like
It's an international faith, but it started in Persia.
in Persia, right?
Yeah. So the main languages of the main Baha'i writings were Persian, Farsi, and Arabic.
So
both.
when you go to shul or when you go to church or
No church,
temple,
no synagogue, no temple.
You don't go,
No
like-
clergy.
no clergy.
No.
So do you have songs or something?
There's some songs that people make up and stuff like that. There's a bunch of Baha'i books and tablets and prayers. We're here in New York City, so every year all the Baha'is of New York City gather and elect 9 Baha'is they feel like kind of are the most wise and spiritual to
Do you
kind
ever
of
get on there?
democratically run the affairs of the Baha'i community in New York City. So that, and then but none of them have any authority over any other. So it's completely democratically elected religious faith.
Are you thinking about running?
No campaigning.
No campaigning.
Campaigning is illegal in the Baha'i faith.
So what? They just have to think of someone?
Yes, you literally go into prayer and contemplation, and you write down silent ballot the 9 names of the people that you want to vote for.
So if you get on that, you have to do it? Can you decline?
You can decline.
Say I
You
have
can
a
either
movie.
just stop showing up, or you can decline for like health reasons and some other like hardship reasons.
So how does one practice the faith? If there's no church, you can't go to the place and like,
We
sing the song.
meet and gather at community centers or people's homes or something like that. So Baha'is read from the holy writings in the morning and the evening. We say one prayer in the middle of the day, and there's a fasting period, kind of similar to Ramadan.
Okay.
And so Baha'is do a fast. These are some of the things these are what the Baha'is do in your neighborhood.
And your parents
In your
were Baha'i?
neighborhood. My parents are
You're
Baha'is.
raised Baha'i.
Yeah.
Is it kind of in America? Is it like kind of hippie or?
It was kind of a hippie.
Yeah.
It's this weird amalgam where my parents are Baha'is, kind of bohemian Baha'is from the 60s. A lot of people became Baha'is in the 60s and the 70s when people were exploring kind of different spiritual paths, like Cat Stevens became a Muslim, and
Yusuf Islam, I call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Steve Jobs was in a Buddhist monastery, and then there was this influx of all these Persian refugees from the revolution in 79 and 80. So you had all these like hippie Baha'is, singing peace and love songs, and then this influx of Persian
Black
Baha'is.
BMW, leopard skin couch. Yeah.
Lucy breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. So set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. What's your favorite Lucy flavor? Well, mine is the minty one. What strength do I use? The strongest one possible. And when do I throw it in? All day from the moment I wake up. My girlfriend loves it. So guys, let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/TAFS and use the promo code TAFS to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's Lucy, LUCY.co, and use code TAFS to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Yeah, I left the Baha'i faith for a long time. I didn't want anything to do, like a lot of young people, with religion or faith or God or morality or anything like that. And
You went punk?
I went punk, yeah.
Were you punk?
I was
NYU?
punk. Yeah,
86 NYU. What are you listening to?
I got a buzz cut and dyed my hair black.
Buzz cut and black?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I look kind of like Henry Rollins a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
So what were your bands when you were punk?
I wasn't really that hardcore because I was like Clash, stuff like that.
What's wrong with that, dude?
Well, yeah, but I wasn't like
Best band.
I wasn't like going all like Black Flag and stuff like
Too
that.
scary.
So, yeah.
I don't want to get hurt.
And smelly, a little bit smelly.
I like my first, my grandma gave me $20. I got a 3 CD set, self-titled, London Calling, and Combat Rock.
Oh, amazing.
When I was like 13. And
Right.
I was like,
It's life-changing.
That's what I thought. I was punk too.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, you're an idiot, you're
Yeah.
Jewish. And I was like,
There's a lot of great Jewish punks.
Yeah. Who? Henry Rollins? Not Jewish. I can't think of
Jello
one.
Biafra.
Ugh. What is he on about? Does he, he has got the same voice as the B-52s guy? No one says that, right? It's annoying.
That's true.
The government doesn't trust me. President Reagan.
Yeah, it's whatever, dude. Anyway, so I've been to the Baha'i temple in Haifa in Israel.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a new religion. You guys, you think about maybe
200 years
getting the
old.
hell out of there. You don't need to be involved in that crap.
We were
In Haifa.
there before, certainly not before the Palestinians or the Jews.
No.
But Baha'is were, the Baha'i Holy Land was coming to existence, late 19th century, early 20th century. So Baha'is are so like neutral about the whole
Oh,
thing.
so you guys are wait and see. That's your vibe.
Baha'is are just trying to survive and keep our holy lands intact.
It's a
and
really
just kind of like,
pretty
please make
place.
peace and stop fighting, and it's beautiful. And but it was, it was pretty intense because the war was raging as the Baha'i temples were being built and the administrative center was being built, and then there was the 1948 and stuff, and we weren't sure like where's the Jewish state and the Palestinian state, and how is that going to subdivide the Baha'i?
You guys were just gardening.
We're just like, just pruning
it's
shrubs.
It's really beautiful,
Yeah,
that
thank you.
the Baha'i gardens.
Yeah.
I mean, the buildings, I was like looking online, the one in India is really stunning. The Lotus Temple.
Lotus Temple,
Yes, it's really, you guys have nice places.
Baha'is are very good at building houses of worship. They really are.
The community, you pay a tithing? Is that how do they afford that?
You donate whatever you want to donate, but there is another thing called, now I'm forgetting the name of it. I'm blanking on the name, but where we pay 9% of all profit over, it's kind of like a tithe, over and above all essential costs. So once you pay your rent, your
sounds like-
insurance, and the blah, 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 and your kids' tuition, and cost of living, electricity, cell phone, blah, 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 blah. Anything extra, you pay 9%.
So you have to like ask your accountant to figure that out.
I do.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I literally do. Craig Tesler, Jew.
Of course. You shouldn't let him near your money. But anyway.
Too late.
No, but like, so wait. So I'm just interested because I was reading about it and I was like, I'd rather just ask you about it. But there was a guy named Bob, right?
The Bob.
The Bob.
Which means the gate
B-A-B,
in Arabic. B-A-B.
Right? And then there was an offshoot that became the Baha'i, right? From the Babists.
Yes and no. It was a movement, kind of like John the Baptist had a religious spiritual movement that then became Christianity. And Christianity came out of John the Baptist's movement, saying like there is a Messiah that's coming, there's someone greater than me, it's gonna rock your world, it's gonna be amazing. And then Jesus gets baptized and sees the dove and the Spirit of God and et cetera, is kind of similar to that. So there was this religious movement called Bahá'ísm, followers of the Bab, who claimed to be a new prophet in this Abrahamic tradition. And he kept saying there's a Messiah even greater than me that's coming imminently.
Yeah.
And then Baha'u'llah is the founder of the Baha'i faith. His name means the glory of God. And Baha'is are Baha'u'llah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you guys have beef with Gary Delabate? He's kind of making with Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
And then there was a third prophet named Baba Booey.
Yeah.
No.
Do you believe in God?
It would be nice, but I don't.
Are you a Judist?
No, I didn't have anything to do with that.
No, like Buddhist, but so many Jews.
I thought
because
you meant
the Old
Judas.
Testament is so like.
We didn't do anything.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
It was the Romans. We may have suggested.
It was.
We may have suggested. Maybe you wanted. Maybe if you could. If you would crucify him.
I just read this whole thing. I read a whole book.
It was the Roman.
About how how they did that spin, trying to get it away from the Romans, and the reason they did that, the early Christians, and they spun it towards the Jews, because they feared the persecution from the Roman Empire, especially in those first 300 years.
And then the whole empire converted.
But before that, if they had in their writings, "Hey, our Messiah was put to death by the Romans," then the Romans would come in and be like, what the fuck?
Wait, so do you abide by the New Testament, the Old Testament, kind of the Quran?
Yes, the Baha'is accept
from all them?
We absolutely do, and Baha'is accept all of the world's holy books, including Buddhism and Hindu, and we read the Bhagavad Gita and the writings of the Buddha as all of our book.
So you have to know every single one?
We have it memorized.
And
ask me any line, any page
What's
from any book.
What's the best book? What's the best one? Our one sucks. The Jewish one is like ridiculous.
There's some good chapters.
There's not. God is just so.
It's kind of like Dune.
God is so
There's
insecure.
some good chapters. Yeah.
God is like, you don't respect me? I'm going to smite you.
Yeah.
Yeah. God's like, he's mean.
God changes though over the course of the Hebrew Bible. There's an evolution as you read it. You can kind of see his.
Have you read the Haktua?
I haven't read the Haktua Girl. Did she sell her memoir?
No, it's an ancient text. The Haktua.
The Haktua Girl?
Yeah, it's an ancient. No, it's not. Oh, I didn't know
girl?
That. You've never read the Haktua? It sounds like a Jewish prayer, doesn't
lunacy.
It? What do you mean lunacy?
People
We're having
watch
a good
this
time.
show. People watch this show.
What are you hating on the show?
A little bit.
Why?
I can't finish a sentence.
Have you read the Haktua? I just So Baha'i like everyone? They're nice to everyone?
They're nice to everyone.
Yeah. They're nice to women? Women can be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're nice to gay people, or they're nice to.
Yeah.
They don't like gay people.
Well, they like gay people.
Why do they like gay people?
Well, this is a matter of a great deal of.
So you guys are like Rastafarians. You're like a spiritual, but you still don't like gay people.
There's that Abrahamic thing about marriage and men and women and stuff that is still in the Baha'i faith, and I really struggle with it.
Can you change the rules?
I don't know how to do that. I really struggle with it. But if I like 90% of the faith, then that's enough. That's enough for me. But
what other parts do you not like?
That's the main one. Yeah. that's the
Religion
main
is
one.
kind of a pick and choose.
But
too.
it's a little different in the Baha'i faith. It's not like there's no hell, there's no damnation. Sin doesn't work the same way. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, here's the moral laws, but they're there for your guidance. So it's much less, there's none of this kind of like gays going to hell, gay evil, stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
accept and love everyone.
They're just being bad. They're being bad boys. Are you?
So-
You're a blazer or no?
I used to be. Yeah.
You used to be.
Yeah.
You're a sober
I'm
gentleman.
sober, yeah. I'm a sober gentleman.
What was your vice back in the day?
Mostly alcohol.
Booze.
Yeah.
During your New York days?
But yeah, and I had some drug phases. I dated a coke dealer for a while. That was not.
A girl coke dealer?
Yeah, down on
Cool.
Wall Street. Yeah.
Oh, to like Wall Street guys?
She had a leather satchel, and she would open up. She had everything in there.
Wow, she's cool.
Like zip.
What's she up to now? She works in the Jewish community?
She's running J.P. Morgan.
She is.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really cool kind of girlfriend. She definitely fucked your life up. That was definitely like a.
It didn't help.
In
Yeah.
well, no, just in like a high fidelity sense, like remembering all the girls of the past.
Right.
You were like
That was
along for the ride.
This was for a nerdy Baha'i boy from suburban Seattle. That was a sharp left turn.
Oh my God, 21 New York City.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
23 and a half, 24, yeah.
We're talking about the film. Okay. Stop it. No, it's not that good. It's really, some of them are.
Rainn's
rude.
team wanted me to pass along the message. He's totally fine to talk about The Office, but he doesn't want it to be a main focus of the interview and
not a
appreciate
main focus. We're talking
keeping
about
that topic to more of a minimum.
We're talking about the Bhagavad Gita.
That's pretty true.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty true.
I
I don't
think
know
I
that I
moved
ever
on
said that
quickly.
to them, but they glean that. But
Well,
I'm happy
we
to
gotta
talk
call
about The
you
Office.
fast. Well, no, I want to talk about your new film, Code 3. You want to tell us a little bit about who you play, what it's about, and then we can kind of get into.
You know how you talked about the Midwestern person saying thank you and not really meaning it?
I'm so interested in hearing about your new movie. Tell us about your movie. Is it a little bit of Bringing Out the Dead? A little bit?
No, it's not as artsy and dark as that. It's more funny.
It's more
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
You did a ride along with real paramedics, and how long did you do that for? A little
Like
bit.
6 or 8 hours in South Central. No big.
Well, that's like kind of, there's a real intimacy in doing that job because you enter people's homes, you see people's lives,
Yeah.
and you see
And you're
people's
riding with them in the back of an ambulance to a hospital for
right
half an hour.
in moments of crisis.
Yeah.
Right. You see like a son become the man of the house. You see people in some of the worst
They've
moments of
pissed
their
their
lives.
pants or they've got vomit on them. Yeah.
And then you also see the different ways that people live, right?
Yeah.
And you see and I was in Israel for a year doing it, and I really saw the difference in like the way Arabs and Jews lived and the way that Orthodox and secular lived, and it was intense. I mean, there were a couple funny parts of it, but like there was a hypochondriac, like a Russian lady, and me and my friend, she would call like every 3 days, and she was just a liar. And then another time we had to go to a funeral, and because they were afraid that it was like this big tragedy that like a police officer was killed in the line of duty, and they were afraid of like people passing out because of the local tragedy. And we didn't speak like, our Hebrew was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And there was this woman in
So you were just there just in
there was
case?
just in case, and there was this woman like who had like smelling salts, and she was walking around like they were crying women like and she'd make them smell it and slap them across the face. And they had me and my friend Matt behind the rabbi giving the eulogy, and we were just watching this lady just slapping other women in the face.
insane.
And we were trying as hard as we could not to laugh.
Oh my God.
It was the hardest I've ever, like, I was like about to pee my pants at a funeral.
But you know what? They should have every 19-year-old be a paramedic for a while.
No, it's
because-
not. It's
Yeah, they should.
you really see, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you really see people in moments of extreme crisis.
Yeah.
And
Mostly at their worst and occasionally at their best, I imagine.
yeah, and you see
humanity rising through the ashes.
exactly. You see how families are immediately reshuffled and reorganized, and like,
Wow.
it's a doctor sees the end result. This is like there's a real personal, intimate
Yeah.
aspect to it, And yeah, I think I was maybe a little too young. I think it was like a little bit like intense, and I think like
Well, this is what Code 3 deals with, is kind of the mental health ramifications of these frontline workers and EMS workers who are paid essentially minimum wage, maybe a little bit more, that we entrust to save our lives. In the movie, we tried to make it a comedy. It is a comedy. It's very funny. It's a very good movie. I hope you'll see it. And I really do mean that. Audiences are loving it, and the EMS frontline worker community are loving this movie.
they feel like they're like
This is like their
heard.
story.
Yeah, and but it's so
so rare
to
it's so rare to do a movie that's like funny, entertaining. If you want to just go watch an action comedy and eat popcorn, that's great. But it also is like about something, and it really is about looking at the underbelly of the American healthcare system, and how these poor people, we're paying essentially minimum wage, and we're entrusting them to save our lives.
And also, it costs like $8,000.
Yeah, and then you get your bill from the hospital,
or like something more than
for
that,
10 or 20 grand, and it's just all fucked up. But I did ride-alongs with the fire department in South Central LA, and that was fascinating because down there, there's no health care. I mean, they've shut down all the hospitals because all the hospitals are owned by conglomerates, and they're like, this South Central hospital's not making us any money. They shut it all down. There's no walk-in clinics. There's no like,
it's like a food desert for hospitals.
Yeah, for healthcare, and there's barely any doctors. And
fucked up.
So they call 911 for everything, the people down there, because they kind of have to. And the firemen are the heroes down there. The cops are kind of, obviously, there's some issues there, but the firemen are the heroes. The firemen are getting their locked keys out of the car, breaking down bathroom doors, getting a guy some diabetes medicine, taking someone to the hospital because they can't get an Uber. And these guys, these are the most like white bread dudes you could imagine. All these firemen down there. But they're cheered wherever they go in South Central. You don't hear that story. It was really interesting. But one of the darkest call we went on that night was, and this happens occasionally, this woman had fallen out of bed and needed the firemen to bring straps and get her back up on the bed because she weighed about 500 pounds. So they needed like 4 hardy men to kind of get her back up on the bed. The family couldn't do it. That was really intense, and but that's the kind of work that they were doing. But you're right, you're going into people's homes.
Doing it every day too.
You're doing it 12-hour shifts, 3 or 4 days a week.
There were laughs though. You're saying that it was a comedy, but I remember they just like play Black Eyed Peas or like LMFAO like pumping on the way to because there's just like a sense of humor because these people are like about to deal with some fucked up shit. So then they play some goofy EDM track.
No industry has a more gallows sense of humor than that.
These people are seeing just fentanyl overdose, gunshot. Telling that story I think is very worthwhile, and I haven't really seen that story told very much. And like from my experience, it's like that seems like an incredibly worthwhile and noble thing to depict.
And with that, my job here is done.
Bye.
Bye.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah. No, that's your imitation of a Jew circa 1000 BC. Moses, why do you go up to the mountain for?
And then I went to bed with her. She was a fabulous woman, and I went to bed with her. And she was my analyst.
How do you deal with the Woody Allen of it all? Do you still watch Woody Allen movies?
100%.
Yeah.
The best, one of the best ever.
Even the bad ones? You watch them all?
I watched every single one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Oh, Annie Hall is my favorite.
But
there's so many.
I watched this weekend.
You did this weekend?
Old friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what about the cancellation and the thing and the whole thing?
I don't know. I mean, it's a movie.
Ronan Farrow and the.
I don't know. I mean, it's a movie.
I'm asking you if generationally, because I don't know. I know where I stand on it, which I'm the same way. I'm like,
it sounds.
Listen, if we're going to separate the art from the artist, we're not going to listen to Beethoven because he fucked his 7th daughter, or we're not going to listen to, I don't know, Chopin because he was a racist, and we're not going to.
Caravaggio is a murderer.
Yeah. How do you differentiate that? It's a really tricky moral argument.
Well,
it's
it's also just seems like it's this horrific thing that I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's
know.
also very he said, she said, and it's not, doesn't seem like there's like damning evidence of like.
I don't. Am I the one to adjudicate it? I mean, I think that we have this notion of like.
Well, Roman Polanski was adjudicated. Would you watch Chinatown?
I watched Bitter Moon the other day. So good. Have you seen it?
No. What's it called?
So horny.
Bitter Moon?
Yeah, the one where they're on a cruise ship. Yeah.
No.
There's a milk scene. It's one of the sexiest scenes I've ever seen.
Sign me up. Bitter Moon.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. How do you adjudicate it then?
I watch the art because I just feel like we're gonna get in a bunch of trouble if we're gonna try and like cancel the art made by people who are racist, sexist, abusive, whatever. I'm not sure how to play that one out, and maybe we'd love to hear from you in the comments section if you have ideas about.
What's your favorite Wagner?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
De Guvenden.
Yeah, I like the Tannhauser.
Tannhauser?
The what do you call it? The
Epic.
epic one.
Yeah.
What's it called? The
Flight of the Valkyries?
No, that's played out, dude.
Yeah.
That's hack. Yeah. That's
So 1979.
I'm over it, dude. No, the Tannhauser, whatever. There's one part of it that's stunning. But like, yeah, he hated Jewish people. I don't know.
But I love the Looney Tunes where they do the Wagner opera. Oh, Boomhilda, you are so lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it. I can't help it.
I mean, Hitler had a lot of great paintings. I mean, let's be honest now. Do you play music?
Yeah.
What do you play? Seattle grunge.
I play the skin flute and I play the.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Do you guys catch that?
I also
Do you guys
play
catch that?
a little guitar and drums.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played the bassoon in college and a high school.
What is a bassoon?
Fuck you.
In my mind, I think kazoo.
Fuck you.
I think
What is a
kazoo.
bassoon? You know what a bassoon is. It's not a kazoo.
A bassoon sounds
you
like a
shit.
It sounds like an antiquated racial slur. Like in the 1800s, a bunch of bassoons.
Bassoons.
I don't want my daughter
came
with
down to
no
my
bassoon. What is a bassoon?
You know what a bassoon is. You don't claim
in my mind
ignorance.
it's kazoo.
You don't really believe that.
I only know rock, bro. Rainn Wilson, everyone. Hollywood legend.